And now on matters health, barely a day after clinical officers across the country began a nationwide strike, citing discrimination by the Social Health Authority, the Council of Governors now says the issues have been resolved and now want officers to resume work. Health and Science reporter Chebet Birir has the details.
Solidarity forever.
Hours after Kenya Union of Clinical Officers Secretary General George Gibore announced the strike,
the issues that we are highlighting are historical in nature. There's no one who can understand, for instance, why should we negotiate a CBA for close to 7 years, and yet a CBA has a life cycle of just 4 years. So meaning we are completing 2 cycles without a CBA.
Following a consultative meeting between the Council of Governors and the Principal Secretary for Medical Services, Harry Kimtai, clinical officers were requested to call off the strike, with the Council assuring them that their grievances were being addressed.
We want to confirm that indeed these resolutions will be implemented with immediate effect. And starting this afternoon, we are going to call on the Council of Clinical Officers to report to the Ministry of Headquarters through their chief officer so that we can start engaging with the DHA.
Key commitments include empaneling clinical officers into the Social Health Authority and honoring the 2024 collective bargaining agreement.
Social Health Authority shall empanel and contract facilities and practitioners pursuant to Section 33(2) as read with Section 31(3) of the Social Health Insurance Act and regulations.
According to Tharaka Nithi Governor Muthomi Njuki, clinical officers play a major role in the healthcare system, especially level 2 and 3 health facilities.
We have agreed in principle, both Council of Governors, who represents over 95% of facilities in Kenya, that we will enable these clinical officers to be able to access the services directly.
Despite these promises, questions remain about whether the government and the Ministry of Health will follow through, given the long-standing impasse between the two parties. KUCO Secretary General George Gibore noted that the union has staged over 100 strikes since the onset of devolution, with little to show for their efforts. Chebet Birir, KTN, Nairobi.
Meanwhile, former self-proclaimed